think away we go. It's a bit better visual. I hope. I do hope. All right, so let's get the day started here. All right. Looking good, looking good. So we're moving side to side to start. Just want to loosen everything up. If you've never been here before, I led office stretches for about 10 years. In my workplace, I've been doing stretching at community centers and within the office setting for about 20 years. And over the past 17 years, I've kept off the weight. I lost, or actually, no, not that long. I would say maybe, let's say 10 to 12 years, I've kept the weight off. I lost over 300 pounds and being very thankful to be on this journey of continuance in health. So just very, very thankful to have lost that weight and to be in a better headspace as a whole. So today we're just going to be just going through the entire body, doing something called dynamic stretches, and hopefully it will help you out. If you like to leave a comment, I'll be answering as we stretch here today, and it'll be nice to get to know you all as we go. So yesterday on the stream, I was talking about changes and how it's very difficult for a lot of people to seek and see change. We're just creatures of habit, and I was kind of feeling like I was a bit of an old head for once. We're just gonna move to opening up our chest cavity here. I'm just gonna move this back here. Just opening up our chest cavity here, and just gonna fling these back. Oh man, I'm hitting everything today. Let me just step forward actually. So, changes seem to be a difficult thing for most people because they're in a headspace that is living in the past, and we are told not to live in the past. We are told to, embrace the moment, because the past is that. We tend to only fixate on things that are wonderful, the good and the horrible moments, and not on the day to day, the humdrum, and the daily frustrations. And so I think that's something that we should push off, even just within our bodies. Our bodies are changing as well. Let me flick this light on here. Our bodies are changing as well, and we have to be very conscious. We're just going to start heel kicking forward. We have to be just very conscious of how we develop our skill sets, develop our bodies, and just change with the time. Like now I'm in my 40s. I used to do a lot more powerlifting, and that's what led me also to gaining a lot of the weight was not only stress eating, but when you're powerlifting, you're eating a certain amount of weight, amount of food to gain that weight, to gain that strength. And while doing that, I ended up, when stopping, just continuing to eat that way. And you can't eat a certain way for too long, or else it'll destroy your body, your arteries. It'll just wreak havoc on your entire system here. So we're just swimming forward here, just opening up the body. Want to get nice and loose for the day. Probably do a workout later in the day. I just like to get up from my desk work and stretch it out. All right, so just doing the backward. Just opening up the shoulders, getting everything moving here. We're just gonna bounce a little bit, bounce around. Shake all that stress away. Get the nervous system moving. Get the spine engaged. This really does help out. Like when I get up in the morning, I have a pretty tight back. Just do this for about 15, 20 seconds. And it really just helps to get the blood flow going. I've learned about 10 different back stretches that I do every morning, or just, I guess, mobilization stretches that have primarily helped my back. And that has been such a blessing to be able to do those with regularity and have two small kids and a little one on the way. I'm just gonna punch cross body. Yeah, if anyone is listening right now and they'd like to drop in the chat what things they used to really love and they wish were still around. For me, it was malls. I just went to the mall yesterday with my family, and just really enjoyed seeing other families on March break and just spending time with the kiddos running around. I noticed there was a lot of stores that were closed or closing. It really started to hurt my heart as to why our world, our globalized world, has shifted to out of person to person interactions and conversations. And don't get me wrong, the mall wasn't always a wonderful place to be. I remember working in malls and people getting robbed or rushed or people getting hurt. And obviously, since the population has grown, there hasn't been, a lot of infrastructure that has grown along with it. So people are staying in their little homes, their condos, their apartments, their houses, and they're ordering online, which is causing quote unquote more traffic in the world and less like meetup places like malls. And again, malls are not fantastic for the planet either. They take up a lot of space. It would actually be really cool, which some of the malls are doing in Toronto, which are building condominiums in and around malls. I think they should have done that from the beginning. If you had a grocery store on top or I guess at the bottom of a condo, or even some townhouses or homes, that would make for a lot less commuting and travel, and it would be great for the business as well as be great for the community for people to be able to access more fresh fruits and vegetables right away. And I think it's just an ecosystem thing. It's the way we live that can be at times very isolated and toxic. And I don't know if that's an agenda or something, but it's very sad to see how a lot of our world is treating one another. So that's kind of why I was longing for mall type atmospheres, because I grew up with them and I really enjoyed them when I was growing up. Just grabbing some food, walking around for hours, going to the movies. But then, I did think of the negatives as well. There's a ton of negatives about, the mall space too. And at the time, I assume people, who came from, village type settings or cities, that walkable cities, would say that malls were, cancerous. They were terrible because, cars were, sorry, we'll just switch to doing neck pullbacks here. So we're just gonna, do face pulls. We're just gonna be taking our thumbs and pulling straight back. Yeah, we're gonna just breathe in and out as we go. So on the actual, whenever the muscles are engaged, so whenever the scapula is, you're trying to pinch those scapulas, yeah, that's where you're gonna breathe out. Send me money, please. Sorry, so I wish I could, but anything, maybe you should send me some money. I'm just kidding. I hope everything goes well. Sometimes life is really tough. Hey, how are you? Jealous, I think it is. Maria, nice to see you. Nice to talk to you. I think there's someone else underneath there too. Just messaged as well. Oh yeah, there's a few people. Sorry. Oh, I'm missing the chat here. Hey, Chris, how are you? Anybody want to trade? Send me a trade on TikTok. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting. So as I was saying, the as infrastructures changes, as people change, as mindsets change, we as human beings change drastically as well. So it's one of those things where we have to push off that idea of thinking of the past and moving forward into the future, because there's always going to be the old heads in our lives, and I'm becoming one of those who are just like, oh, I wish things were like the way they were when I was growing up, and it's not great. It's not a great way to live and a great way to think. It's you can have moments and times when you feel that what was happening in your life was fantastic or things are going well. Oh, I gotta just turn off this alarm here. That things were going well, However, you also want to, how do I say this? You don't want to live in the past. There's a Bible verse in Ecclesiastes, Proverbs or Ecclesiastes, that essentially says, do not be a person who thinks about the old days and says it was better back then, it's not profitable. It doesn't help you. All it does is shut down that growth inside your heart. Okay, we're just going back to back, side to side here, just opening up, hopefully, the mid back and the lower back, getting the hips kind of engaged as we move lower and lower towards the hips. We're doing full body dynamic stretches. And now we're going to do the chicken wing. Nice and slow, smooth movements. Again, this is great stretching, and thank you for spending time with me this morning. It's a great way to just dynamically stretch, wake the body up, whether you're working at home, whether you're struggling to find work, you're staying at home with a kiddo. It's just a great way to just loosen the body up. I usually do my workouts later in the day, and just like chatting and recording and sharing with the wonderful friends online here. And if you have a question or comment, please let me know. I'd love to chat you up, as I'm doing what I was going to do anyways. I just want to make this a long-term habit and just talk about life and what I was streaming about or what I've been thinking about. So yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly of changes. I do believe that we should not, not think about the past. We should definitely be in a place of reflection about what was good and what worked well. But I think dwelling long term in the past is not a good place to be mentally. When you do that, that's when you really destroy your growth. So I hope and pray for all of us that we don't let that become a kind of a plague in our lives. Here we're just against the wall here. We're just stabilizing ourselves with the wall, and we're doing the inside leg stretching here. Just opening up the hamstrings, the quads, the glutes, just getting everything mobilized in here. Now we're gonna do a cross body stretch, holding in the middle, and you're just gonna move over here a bit. Just cross body with your legs, get your hip flexors on the go. Nice and smooth. Like I said, to a handful of y'all, if you've been on here before, I used to be over I lost over 120 pounds. I used to be over 300 pounds. Lost a lot of the weight, gained back a little bit over the past 10 years, but mainly muscle, which has been fantastic. And I'm just trying to be as healthy as possible now, as life is starting to change for me on so many different levels and so many different pathways. Hey, how are you, Christopher? All right, so I'm just gonna start doing a step back. I'm going to just try again to open up the lower back. Cross body kicks, nice and slow, nothing special. I am definitely not trying to be a body Adonis here anymore. Just trying to live as long as possible to support my family and feel as strong as possible. Like I've said before, when I was younger, it was all about strength and some flexibility. Now it's about flexibility and some strength. And I hope to keep that going and keep that range and ratio going. Okay, so now we're going to just do bend overs. We're gonna do 5 and 5. So we're just going popping down for 5, popping back up. This is just gonna help with the lumbar, just to loosen everything up. Just keep those hamstrings nice and tight. Keep those abdominals flexed if possible. And pop back up. All right, let's do some lunges here. Nice and slow, just whatever range of motion you've got. Just step back in, step back out. Good to do smooth movements, especially as you get older. When you're younger, you can get away with a little bit more of, just improper form. But as you get older, you really want to avoid injury, and you want to focus on each step that you're making. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much, but it's all right. Keep your money, brother. Or sister, sorry. I don't know who you are. Sorry with these names. I just do a lot of counseling, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your thoughts and concerns, Gort. Appreciate you very, very much. Just a like and subscribe would be wonderful, and join me whenever you'd like. All right, so we're doing our lunges here, nice and smooth. Okay, we're popping back here again. Okay, we want to pretend like we have a massive ball here, and we're just gonna hold that ball, bring it back up and down, and just slowly rotating back up and down. Take the ball, rotate around again, opening up the hips, the lower back. You want to try to keep your core tight. I really have had back problems over the years, and I've learned that just even the slightest of tummy tucks can help stabilize your body a lot more than normal. Okay, so I'm just rotating around here from toe to toe. So like I said, these stretches are primarily for if you're in the office or if you're working from home. They're dynamic stretches if you want to get your body warmed up before some exercise. And it's a routines that I've been doing for probably 25 years or so on and off, as I used to play sports at not a high level, but a higher level. And it's really helped me to stay limber and allow me to do sports at any given time. Let's just see what I was saying here. It's talking to, oh, that's wonderful. These exercises, they are for old people. You're right. Wearing an England t-shirt, definitely not welcome in England. That's okay. I appreciate the comment. Russ, I appreciate you guys pushing the algorithm as well. I'm down with that. I'd like to visit England sometime or another, but Gort, if you won't have me, that's okay. Maybe there's a few other people on the planet that will invite me in. All right, so now we're going to do a full body squat, and then back through and squeeze here. Yeah, so as Gort just explained, yeah, it is. As I'm getting older, this is definitely for people who are, as they're older, they're aging, they want to stay flexible, and they want to get ready for exercise throughout the day or later in the day. And, maybe have a job. They're sitting down at a desk all day. So we're doing deep squats here. Trying to get as deep as you can. Flat foot, pump, push through your quads, squeeze your glutes, and you're going to be in a swimming up motion. All right, wonderful. Now keep that tummy tight again. We're going to go down 5 and then come back up 5 again. 3, 4, 5. Pulse back up at the top. It's amazing. I've been on YouTube for 17 years or 16, 17 years now, and it is just amazing to see how many people are fairly frustrated with life or are hurt in a lot of ways. Just, you go through life and you just read the comments, or you hear things on the news, or you hear people being frustrated or angry. And yeah, I totally understand why people have these sentiments. There's a lot of division in the world that we live in, and we have to make choices. We can either allow that division and that hurt to win, or we can continue to make strides towards helping people bridge the gap. Because this gentleman wrote out, why are you wearing an England shirt and you're not welcome in England? I get it. There are a lot of people who are in England right now who are not treating the country and the culture with very much respect, and vice versa. People from England have been doing that for centuries as well with other people. So, we as a human race, there's a lot of faults that we have, a lot of problems. And it's understandable when people fixate on the problems in their lives, or they're just, they again are thinking about the good old days like we talked about. And so, it's difficult to see people be in such pain and hurt, but by God's grace, we love them and help them the best way we can. And I don't mind the negative comments at all. It actually helps me to remember how much love I need to have for the people around me, people online, just people in general. And to stretch, I'm doing this for myself either way. It keeps me very accountable. I've been doing these stretches for, again, minimum over 10 years in my workplace, 15 to 20 years through community centers, and like 20 to 25 years for myself. I'm in my 40s now, and just really focusing on that flexibility in the long term. So yeah, definitely, as one person put earlier, this is stretching and exercises for older folk, and that's true. However, when you think of or when you see some professional athletes before they actually get going, these are the types of stretches and exercises they get to warm their body up. Okay, so we're just going to finish off. Again, our thumbs are going to be trying to point them out so that it naturally allows our chest to stay open. Hey, how are you, sir? How old am I? I'm 40 years old now. Moving towards 41. So I used to, when I was about 25, 26, I used to be over 300 pounds, about 100 and, what is that? I lost about 140 kg, and I dropped to about 85 kg. Now I'm about 90 kg, and I'm just trying to stay as healthy and positive for my life and for the length of time. So I am 40 years old. You look so young. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Good health. For the most part, I just try to eat some whole foods. I still snack. I still do what I can. I'm a father of three, with a little one on the way, and don't drink. Just try to stay loose. And again, having all those years of battling against my depression, my hunger, my anger, living in bad situations, living without good sources of food, lining up in food banks, things of that nature, has really helped me to stay humble and stay healthy. So I appreciate those comments. I'm sorry I can't read your name. It looks like maybe it's Korean, but I appreciate you commenting and spending time here. If you would like to continue to watch these videos and continue to grow with me in faith, fitness, and fatherhood, I'd be really happy if you'd subscribe and like the video and share if you want. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos, please click up here in the on the playlist for more stretches and exercises. And if you want, subscribe. Let's say right around here. Just want to say I'm Stephen Tocher. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourself a wonderful day, evening, morning, or night. God bless.